Hey guys, how's it going? So I wanted to join you today and have Anna Wicklund here to talk a little bit about her journey. As she recently completed the 75 Hard program, and we've been working together now here for a few months. So I wanted her to talk to you guys a little bit about her journey with 75 Hard, her journey with her health and wellness, and just kind of comprehensively like why she started her focus towards more nutritional base, because she's always been very active. I've known Anna now for about 10 plus years. Always been very active, always been very fit. But I kind of want to hear the perspective of, what her goals were with starting 75 Hard and what her goals were with kind of switching her nutritional base and focusing more on what she's consuming and how she's fueling her bodies, and how that's supported you in developing as a mom and as a professional as well. So Anna, if you want to introduce yourself, give a little bit of your background, because she has quite the experience in the health and wellness field herself.
All right, yes, I am Anna Wicklund. I'm a nurse practitioner. I work at a medical spa that also has a wellness longevity clinic. So it's all about trying to live your best life, trying to be as healthy as possible for as long as possible, so that when you are 60, even 70 years old, you're able to be active and do things with your kids and your grandchildren. So it's always been my focus, my passion, my mindset. And we see a lot of patients in the clinic and help them try to figure out what's wrong with them and what they can do for their exercise and fitness. So it's always been just a way of life for me. But I've been thinking about 75 Hard for about, a year or two now, kind of like, am I going to do it? Am I not going to do it? And I realized there's just never a good time to do it.
Yep, it's never going to be perfect.
Watched Megan, I watched Matt, I admired them, I watched them take their kids to the gym, just figure it out, make it happen. I always was making excuses, and I was like, okay, I am a health coach here. I need to start holding myself accountable for things. So the actually tracking and deciding just on kind of a whim, I'm gonna do it, because there never was a good day to just start. There was always an excuse. So I just decided to do it. And tracking and having Megan and complaining and just working through it.
You didn't complain that much.
I didn't complain that much, but
So, question for you, Anna. When you started the program, what was your goal? Because a lot of people have the misconception that it's a weight loss program, and it's not. It's not a challenge. It's not for weight loss. It's for mental clarity and development. But what did you feel really drove you to want to do this for yourself? Because you didn't have to lose weight. Like there was no issue there.
Mm-hmm.
What, from the mental capacity standpoint, made you want to dive in and just embrace this?
I think there's many different components and pieces to the program. Like you said, my goal was not weight loss. It actually was just to be trying to build muscle and hold myself accountable to things, and having a support person that I'm able to reach out to, you. And just I think the program, how it has you work out outside and inside, is very important too, just because I was able to take the time to be outside alone with my kids. Even if I was walking with a weighted vest, I was outside with them, just kind of engaging and being present, and it allowed me to be more present and do those things. And reading, I love to listen to podcasts, so it was actually challenging for me to sit down and read, because I have trouble sitting still.
What?
It forced me to sit still and read a book, and sometimes it was very hard, but I think that it was more mentally tough than anything, and just committing and doing it, and even doing it when I didn't want to do it, and when it sucked, and when I was angry about it, you just feel better doing it.
Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, obviously I do health and wellness coaching and nutritional advising through partnered with First Form, but I myself have gone through the 75 Hard program along with a few of other clients and friends and family members. and just kind of help them along their journey. But what 75 Hard is, we're really focusing on trying to develop the mindset of zero compromise and really learning how to tap into your true potential from a mental clarity standpoint, a mental toughness standpoint, and really embrace, what opportunities we have throughout every single day. Because a lot of the times we sell ourselves short because it's hard to get up and do the hard things. It's hard to stay committed to yourself. But we all have these aspirations and these goals, and we want to be better, and we want to do this, and we want to do that. But we're never going to get there if we don't start. And if we don't develop the habits and the ability to basically shut off the bitch voice and listen to the boss voice. Because we have that angel and that devil constantly like, no, I'm done with work for the day. I'm gonna go home and kick my feet up and pour a glass of wine or whatever it may be. Or back in the day, Anna and I would go out for Sunday Fun Day, have about 5-6 White Russians by noon, and be kicking it on the golf course.
Yes.
But our lives transition in phases, and I think as we get older, and Anna and I both have younger kids now, we realize that in order for us to give our best to our families, to our kids, and to our clients and patients as well, we have to be able to lead by example. We have to be able to practice what we preach, and we want to be able to do that in a fashion that we're proud of. And so I think this program, through the mental clarity and the mental discipline that it helps develop, really brings those opportunities so that we can live our best lives. So the program in and of itself, for anybody who is kind of curious, what it is. So it is 75 days, zero compromise, and completing 2 45-minute workouts. One of them must be outside. You must drink 1 gallon of water, which is 128 ounces, so you don't have to Google and figure out how many ounces that is. You have to read 10 pages of a personal development book. No, it cannot be a Kindle or a podcast or anything like that. So 10 pages of a personal development book. You do have to adhere to a diet and or a meal plan. However, the meal plan and diet can be whatever you want, okay? No cheat meals, no alcohol. Must take a progress photo every single day because you're gonna be damn happy that you did that. A lot of times progress photos are very difficult for people to take. However, it's extremely beneficial when you allow yourself to be vulnerable, and then you look back and you say, hey, this is where I was. And on day 75 or however long in your journey, you can look at your new photos and be like, holy shit, I did it. Look what I did, not only from my body, but from my mind. The photos unfortunately don't show, the progression that you have from a mindset, but the confidence that you do develop in looking back at those photos, because let's just be honest, who doesn't want to look good naked? All right, truthfully. And then I think, Anna, did I hit it all? 10 pages a day, gallon of water, no cheat meals. Oh, no alcohol either. That was the other thing.
You did say that, yes.
I did say that. Yep, no alcohol. So, obviously, if anybody has any questions about that, you can reach out to me. It is a free program that we'd be happy to help guide you through. But Anna, what clicked for you to finally decide that you were going to start focusing on your goal to gain muscle, and it wasn't just going to happen by continually just going to the gym, not actively watching your protein intake, not actively providing your body with the nutrients that it needs right after a workout? What made you be like, all right, fine, I'm not getting the results that I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to achieve my goals? What made you actually jump in?
Well, I think I had been having these goals for about 2 years now, but really it comes down to, I know what to do, but it's a matter of holding yourself accountable to doing those things and having support to do those things. So like I said, there never was a good time to start. I had a Shania Twain concert planned throughout this, and
I feel like a woman.
Yes, and I love her. And all my girlfriends drank, and I knew it was going to be a challenge. But there always is something that is going to be extra hard throughout the challenge. So you just have to have this mindset of setting yourself up for success, planning, building habits. But I think the tracking was the biggest thing for me, because I have tracked for like 3 days before and then just stopped. Yep. So I think just getting into a routine, meal prepping, setting yourself up for success was huge, because then you're just the consistency. I've always been like, oh, let's go running, let's go to Pilates, let's go to yoga. I still am very much love being active, but I think sticking to a plan for 75 days and being consistent with that was the only way that I could really see.
So Anna took her DEXA scan, and it's kind of the gold standard of how you get within 2% of your body fat composition and basically your skeletal mass makeup, right?
Yes, yes. And your visceral fat, which is very important for your metabolic health and risk for cardiovascular disease. So mine has always been decent, good. My goals were to gain muscle, so I was actually a little disappointed, but Megan told me, you know, you did great, so I'm trying to be happy. I did gain 1% muscle. I did get injured in 75 hard.
Mm-hmm.
Not working out, okay? This was just me.
How much fat percentage did you lose though?
4%.
She lost 4%. So you guys, it's really difficult when we coach people because when they say, hey, I want to gain muscle and I want to lose fat. All right, we need to pick a lane, all right? Because it's really hard to do both at one time. So the fact that Anna lost 4% body fat when she didn't have a whole lot of body fat to lose in the first place and still was able to gain 1% muscle, okay, is significant. So when she sent me her DEXA scan, I was like, are you shitting me right now? You lost that much body fat percent and you gain muscle? Like, that's the hardest thing to do because you're not picking a lane and really driving down that lane. So Anna did get injured, what, on like 20 some days in?
Yeah, like 22 days in.
She, Anna, what did you do? She was doing a good Samaritan service and she got injured.
I was picking up garbage and I was trying to make it fun, and my kids told me to hop over the fence. So I was like, I'm super fit. I can hop over, like climb up this fence and hop over, and I fell on my foot and I fractured a bone in it. So I had a boot on for 6 weeks, but I rode, I modified, and interestingly enough, I did gain more muscle on one leg versus the other, which makes sense. So
Yep.
I did walk outside with crutches in the snow though. So
Yes.
no excuses.
So exactly, that's just a true testament. You know, when she texted me a picture of her swollen, bruised, disgusting foot. And, sorry, but it looked nasty.
It's okay.
No. And she's like, I think I might have broke my foot or my ankle. And I'm like, you did what? How did you do this? And she was out cleaning up garbage throughout the community with her family. And I was like, oh God, here we go. I completely honest, I thought you were gonna throw the towel in.
Yeah, no.
But
no.
she went and she got checked out by the physician and got put in a boot, got her diagnosis. And
luckily, the physician was like a super fit, active female who does triathlons, and she's like, hey, I did it in a boot, you can do it in a boot. So that was pretty cool that I was able to
that night,
support. So.
I got a text message from Anna outside walking with her crutches. And that was just a true testament to you can do hard things, and we're meant to do hard things. That's how we progress. And I honestly think, Anna, that you probably gained more from completing the challenge injured from a mental capacity, clarity, perseverance, integrity, humility, all those, you know, core values that we talk about and we want to live by. You probably gained even more from that because you had to do it injured.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and ironically, the book that I was reading was called The Comfort Crisis, which was just spot on because I feel like we live extremely comfortably and it's really hard to be uncomfortable, and it really resonated with me during that time because I'm like, yes, I'm very uncomfortable, but you know, great book, really helped me. Like, I'm glad I selected that one during that time.
So now that you've completed the 75 hard program, you've done the things that you said that you've wanted to do for 2 years. Now what's next? Are you continuing on with some of the tasks and the mindset and all of that? Have you gone back to your old ways? You know, what is next for you? What are your goals? Are you done, or are you going to keep going?
No, you know, I still am working out every day. I have not done 2 just because it's pretty fresh still, like, but I've built some great habits. So I'm just living in those habits. And I drank one drink, like a couple sips, and it wasn't even as exciting as I thought it was gonna be. So I'm just kind of not sure if I want to, you know, do that anymore. It's
So funny story, and this is something that people, I mean, for anybody who have known Anna and I, we used to engage in a lot of beverages, and we used to have a hell of a time doing it. But you know, as we've gotten older, and I think, Anna, you would agree with me in saying this, and as we've had families and children, I used to personally rely on alcohol, think that I needed it to have fun and to, quote unquote, be myself and not be an introvert and be an extrovert and let loose a little bit. Through withdrawing a little bit from alcohol and knowing what it's like outside of just not being able to drink because I was pregnant, and Anna's got 2 little boys as well, but actually having the confidence to be able to be social and to be myself and not know that I have to have a drink to do those things. Did you feel something similar as well, to where like you're still able to go out and have a good time? I mean, hell, you went to a Shania Twain concert,
Yeah.
but you're able to really embrace the moment without needing a crutch on the outside.
Yes. And I would say I'm very introverted as well, and I kind of I would always use alcohol as a social lubricant, I used to call it, and just to
I like that.
Socrates used to say that. So but you know, I had an amazing time at Shania Twain, and I had support from my friends, which was great, and one of them threw up at the end of the night, and they were suffering for 2 days after, and I was out having a workout in the morning and living life. So don't need it.
All right. So and of course, I mean, it, like anything in life, it's all moderation. So we're not saying that you can't drink, but it's just really, again, learning that you don't need these crutches and these comforts to live your best life. All right. So Anna, what would be your biggest advice to somebody who's trying to take control of their lives and execute to achieve personal excellence?
Well, I think you have to figure out, I'm a very data-driven person, so I think you need to have a set standard of where you are in your life, like health-wise too, and figure out, okay, what health conditions do I have, or what health conditions do I not want to have? And then figure out how to get yourself there. And have markers, have support, have somebody that can help hold you accountable, and figure out a start date. Figure out a plan, what that plan is going to be, whether it's 75 hard to kind of reset you, or it's some other kind of program. But I think all the components in 75 hard were very important to touch on and incorporate into your life. But setting the plan, set the date. No date is going to be a perfect date. You know, there's going to be things in life that are going to feel like they're going to get in the way, and there's going to be, excuses can be made. If you take the time to try to get motivated, it's just not going to happen. You can't wait to get motivated. You just do it. You just make it your job. You wake up, you do it. And some days will be great, and other days will be awful. But having that accountability person and the support is huge. So I'm a huge advocate of the 75 Hard program, just to get you on track and get somebody to help you through it.
Really? Awesome. Well, Anna, thank you so much for coming. You guys, I just wanted you to hear firsthand from somebody who does have it together, who's an expert. She's an expert in her field of work as a nurse practitioner. And she still took it upon herself, even in the good health that she was, because she wanted to take that next step, to lead by example, to gain that mental confidence, that mental clarity of her ability to flip the switch on and off and execute that discipline on the daily, and then continually being able to give back, not only to her friends and her family, but her clients and her customers as well. And again, you guys, it comes full circle. The more we invest in ourselves, the more we're investing in others. So we have to fill our cup up too.
I also want to say, I don't know about you, but I am motivated also and re-engaged by my patients.
Yes.
Every day, I will meet someone new who has their own journey to go on, and I watch them, and it is so rewarding and contagious, and I'm like, look at them rocking it.
Right.
I need to rock it too.
Yeah, and you bring up an awesome point. A lot of people are like, why do you keep doing what you're doing, or what fuels you, right? You're leading by example. Well, I only am able to lead by example, and I think Anna too, because we're inspired by you guys. We wouldn't be able to wake up early in the morning to do everything, to get our tasks done, to continue to come to the table every single day and make sure that it's our best if we didn't have inspiration as well. Yes, there's a level of discipline that's in there too, but we're inspired, we're motivated by seeing everybody else take their first step and act like it's their day one. So the execution that you guys put forth is just a true testament to, you know, what it gives to us as well. So it's a two-way street, and I think one that if everyone opens their eyes a little bit can benefit from looking and traveling down. So, well, Anna, thank you so much for joining us. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the show. Reach out if you have any questions. Otherwise, stand proud.